Hi guys, this is Mary. Today we're going to be making a card using the Walk in My Garden cartridge. We're going to cut out the sunflower and the little flower pot. And if you get out your Walk in My Garden cartridge, inside you'll find the book, and on page 100 is the sunflower we're going to be cutting out. I cut the sunflower out in green, and I cut it on 4, and then I hit shift and I cut this part of the sunflower out in yellow, also on 4, and then I cut it again to get the inside in a tan on 4. And then if you go back to page 91, you'll find the flower pot. I cut the flower pot out in the same tan that I cut the inside of the sunflower. And then I cut this piece again. If you'll see, it's right up here. You hit shift to cut that again, mounted it on pop dots, and put it across here to give it some dimension. Now I've already cut my sunflower out. We're going to go ahead and put that together. It's very simple. And I'm going to use my 2-way glue pen. So that's about the fastest way to do it. And just put your light yellow on there. Line it up so none of your green is showing. Well, I still got a little bit of green showing. We'll slide it till we get it right. Okay. And then we're going to put the center in. And you have to use 2-way glue pen for this because it's got all the little circles cut in it, little holes. Put that on. And to give this sunflower some definition, and also our paper, which is Lime Ricky from Basic Gray, has a little bit of a grunge look to it. We're going to use some chalk and some ink. I also use this brown ink on the flower pot, which I'll show you in a minute. You just lightly go around the edges, just the tiniest little bit, and this really makes your petals stand out too against that striped paper. Okay, and then I took some medium brown chalk, and there's like a little vein on these leaves, and I took the chalk and just highlighted it just a tiny little bit. You can use the other end to wipe it off. It just makes the vein in the leaf show up a little bit. Gives it a little bit more realistic look. You can see it a lot better on the card too. It's very bright today. We're having lots of sunshine. Okay, I've already cut out the pot. And I cut the pot at 2.5 inches. And we're going to mount the rim of the pot, on foam tape. That helps it stand up and, just like I said, gives it some definition, so your card doesn't look flat. I really like foam tape better than pop dots because you can cut the size you need. And if you don't want it to stand up too much, you can use 1 thickness of the foam tape. If you want it to stand up more, just put another layer on top. But just 1 layer is all we need. Line up the edges. And there's our little flower pot. And we're going to put some ink around it too. You know, it looks like an old clay pot that's been outside in the weather. And it also helps it to stand out from your background paper. Let's see, I should have inked this edge first, but we'll just bend it back a little bit. There we go. You can see how that gives it some definition. I then just took a little bit of glue on the back with my glue runner, put my sunflower on, and then I put foam tape on the whole thing. And I also put some ribbon with a bow around mine. This striped paper is Lime Ricky from Basic Gray. I cut it at 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and I used my Martha Stewart border punch to cut the bottom edge just to give it a little decorative edge. Put some ribbon around there. And my card turned out to be 5 by 7, which means I cut my paper 10 inches by 7 inches and scored and folded it in half. And I added some buttons, and I printed Smile on my computer and put it all together and made a nice little hello card. So I think it turned out pretty cute, and I hope you guys will get out your Walk in My Garden cartridge and make a little sunflower card. Thanks for stopping by, everybody, and I'll see you next time.